What I'm going to share in this video is the biggest mistakes new agencies make and how you can avoid that. So if you can't watch few minutes video and if you want to click that another video, and then you are never ever going to succeed in business. So just keep your ADD neurotic mind focus on this single video and close everything that you have and just focus on this video. Okay, so let's get started. So basically the biggest mistake that I see a lot of agencies or agency owners make is basically have to do with the people they choose to serve, and basically they don't pick up a niche or they pick up a bad niche. And what basically niche is, it's basically a group of peoples that have affinity or share some similar problems or traits, and they are basically in pain, and you understand their problems and pain points and you can provide solution for them. So I know it might sound a little bit abstract if you are not an agency owner, but I think you are, and if you are not, let me give you an example. So basically you see, my niche is service-based businesses, and in service-based businesses there are basically three type of people or three groups. First one is agency owners, I help agency owners. Second, coaches, and third is consultant. So these are the people I choose to serve, and they have affinity, they have problems, they have pain points that I think I can solve. So that's what my niche is about. And the thing I see a lot of new agencies make is basically not picking up any niche, or if they are picking any niche, they are picking niche that are like a lot of highly competitive or basically have no competition at all. And I think competition is a good thing. If your niche does not have any competition, how you are like, it's not a good thing basically. I can tell you that if there are no fish in the sea, then probably the sea is not like good for your ecosystem and for you to survive. And if there are a lots of fish in the sea, then this is not also good. So what I suggest you to is to basically choose a minimum viable niche, and I learned this concept in the Lean Startup book by Eric Rules, the minimum viable product thing, and applied this mental model to niche selection. Okay, so you see how I pick up my niche. Agencies, coaches, and consultants, right? They don't require so much capital, they just have pure profit. And you can argue that agencies don't have, but these three people that I choose to serve, they are like very good people, good niche, and understand them better than they understand themselves. So the mistake that the agencies make is not picking a many niche, and if they are like picking niche, they pick niche like basically e-commerce. It's a very competitive and highly saturated niche, or like anything that is like the famous new thing. And basically like you just go to YouTube and search SMMA niches and basically any agency niches, and you will find that when one YouTuber upload one video and he tells about this niche, then that niche was saturated, right? And this is what monkey see monkey do thing, and I think that's a very bad thing. And a lot of agencies just pick up like niches with low competition, but like these are not like niches. Like I can tell you for example, I'm not coming up with examples, it's very hard to tell how, but I have worked with agency owners in the past, and I have talked to many agency owners, and they make the same mistakes. like uh, you are like in an industry that's like very less popular, then how are you going to know it that your offer or your service works in that niche? Like if there's competition in the market, it's a good thing, and you can pretty much beat your competition by having a better service than the rest of the market, and having a better product than the rest of the having a better product in the marketplace than your competitors have. But agencies don't get this thing, and what they do is basically they don't pick a niche, or basically they pick a niche that is highly saturated, or pick a niche that is basically not alive and basically dead. and I made this mistake too early on in my career when I was in like the space of freelancing and basically digital marketing space. Now I'm also doing digital marketing, but it's a different thing. I have advertising agency, and before I was like a digital marketer. So what I did was basically I did not pick any niche, and it's a great mistake. It's a like painful and costful mistake that I think a lot of people in agency space make is basically not picking up a niche or picking a highly saturated niche or picking a dead niche. So you should not do these three things, and you should just try to pick up a niche that is very minimum and viable niche. Okay, so you see agency owner, coaches and consultants, the people I choose to serve are like minimum viable businesses. They don't require much capital and they are easy to like find contact number there, and basically they are a lot of, and there's competition in this area also, but that's a good thing because that means that it's working and it's like real. And if people are winning, that I can also win in this, like see in this industry, in this niche also. But if you are like in a completely new niche, then how do you know that you are like going to win? Because basically you just emulate people's success, right? And if you are in a new niche, a new hidden potential niche, and you are struggling, then of course you are going to struggle because no one has entered this market, and basically it's not it's not working. So you should not do these three things I'm going to say. And if you like did not pick up any niche, then you are going to absolutely suffer a lot because no one will wants to work with someone who works for all the niches and does not have any like understand the people they are choosing to serve. So you have to be like narrow in the start, and I'm also narrow, very narrow. And not even I work with agency owners, coaches or consultants. I work with people who are making 30 to 50K above. Yes, above. So that's you should be specific in how you select your niche and how you basically choose and pick up your niche. And it's a very 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 important decision that you will make in your agency, and it can basically ruin your life if you did not get it right. Just don't rush. It's one of the most important decisions you will ever make. So that's the first mistake. And the second mistake is basically like not understanding their niches well. So if you are in niches and you have picked up a niche, then you should like obsess over their problems and just try to understand their pain points better than everyone else, and you will win. I can tell you right now. But the thing is that a lot of people start businesses, start agencies, and pick up niche, but they don't understand the problem, the depth of the problem, and the exact solution. And they know that problem exists, but they can't provide the solution. And this creates a lot of havoc and basically a lot of not a good thing, not good things. So you should like basically search for information that's available on YouTube, or basically buy books or take courses. Or I'm not selling you anything, but just listen to me what I'm telling you. Just go and find the information regarding your that's regarding this problem you are trying to solve, and just basically solve it. Because your job as an entrepreneur or as an agency owner is to solve the most and real painful problems and basically provide value. And if you can't do that, then your agency is never ever going to be successful. And you always want to be a good agency, not a bad one. Because I can tell you there are thousands and lakhs of agencies in the world right now, and they look pretty much the same. Like they all look and sound the same. If you have to stand out from the crowd, Like when you see a gym and you see another gym, they don't look like the same. They like have something in them which is different. And when you see a cake shop, then you see another cake shop, they also have something like different. And when you see a mall and then you see another mall, they are also very like a little bit different. Like you can see that they are different. And another example is restaurant. When you see a restaurant, you can see that that restaurant is different from that restaurant. But the thing with agency space and agency industry is that we all sound the same and we all look the same, right? I'm making this video and another agency person might be making this video, and we both sound the same. So how are you going to win in this era, in this space? It's only through being differentiated and having a better service than them. And I'm not thinking like and you have a competitive advantage, basically a mode. And I'm not thinking in like about the next months or the next years. I'm thinking ahead of like 10 to 20 years, and I'm basically going to highlight the other agencies that are in my space. And it's going to take a lot of time, but I will do that. And if you are a new agency owner, I would say that don't make these mistakes, don't be like stupid. And I made these mistakes, and you are going to also make these mistakes. But the only way you learn is by doing it wrong, right? So that's it. And so if you are a coach, consultants, or agency owner who are doing like step who are doing like 30 to 50K, and you are established business owner, then you can click the link in the description and book a call with us and see how we can might help you book like 40 to 100 appointments extra, not extra, like really this in the next 3 months. So if you are interested in, click the link in the description. And I don't care if you buy or like not click, basically I don't care.